Hello, this video is going to show you how to do the Street View image part of your country project. And in this one here, we're going to use Google Maps to find Street View images of specific things within the country that you have already researched. So the first thing you're going to do is open up the slide that you're going to add the images to. And you're going to add 4 images to the slide. You're going to add 1 image that is of the capital city, an interesting place in the capital city. 1 image that is a different city, and this should actually say city number 2, of a different city, so not the capital, but in that city or town. 1 image of pretty or interesting scenery, and then 1 image that is just random, whatever you decide that you find interesting in that country. The first thing you need to do, though, is change or add your name of your country. So up here where it says country name, we'll click this, and the country I've got is Czechia, so I'll do that. There. Now I'm going to find my street views. So the way you find your street views is as follows. First, you should have already clicked on the link on the slide provided that takes you to the map of your country. And that's really important that we use these maps and we don't just search up images on Google Images or something else. So when I clicked on that link, I got this map here of Czechia. And what's important also is that I recognize where the boundaries are, the borders. So this is Czechia, this is the name of the country here, Slovakia over here, and Germany over here. But this dark line represents the boundary. So all the area within this line, this dark line, this is all Czechia. So the first image I need to find is in the capital. So back on my slide, I want to find an insert capital city street view here. I need to find an image of that. So the capital of Czechia is Prague, and what I'm going to do is zoom in to Prague. And when I zoom into the area that I want to find a street view, then I'm going to turn on Street View. You do that by clicking this little person icon at the bottom right. Once I click that, I'll notice there's a lot of blue lines that pop up. Any blue line is where a Google car with a camera on top is driven and taken a pretty neat, well, sometimes pretty neat view of whatever's there. And some of these lines are going through neighborhoods, some of these lines are going through scenic areas, some of these lines are going through like the center part of the city. These lines go everywhere. Now if I zoom back out, I'll notice that my country has a lot of lines. Some countries have fewer lines, some countries don't have any lines, but most countries have quite a bit, especially in Europe. So I'm going to zoom back in to Prague, and I'm going to try to find a place that looks kind of interesting. One thing I can do is look at these icons, and so they probably mean something. I don't know the language, but this looks like a neat place. So I'm going to actually click right over here, get next to that neat icon, and this is kind of like a neat, like an alleyway area. I don't really like this, so I'm going to click this little back arrow to get out of there. And let's see what it looks like from this bridge. So let's click on this bridge and check it out. Again, it's pretty, but not really what I'm looking for. So let's go over here. Let's try this. What does it look like right about there? And, oh, it's a cool square. That's pretty cool. Now, one thing I can also do, I want to get farther away from this building. So what I'm going to do is if I hover over, I can see that little arrow. If I click on that arrow, it kind of moves me around. It's like I'm walking around. Somebody actually probably walked around here with the street view. So then I've got this really cool building here. So actually I want to back out a little bit more, as far as I can, and look back at this building. Cool. So that is what I'm going to take my image of. So what I'm going to do, is take a screenshot of this. So I'm going to turn on my screenshot. That's an older image that I took. And I'll go like this. There we go. And I'm going to copy this. And then I'm going to paste it. Control V. And then resize it so that it basically fits fairly well in this box. And I'll just kind of center it. Now the other important thing I need to do is add a description. So where it says add description here, this would be a I'll just say pretty building in the center of Prague. Good. So I've got this one here done. Now to do city number 2, I'll go back to my map, and I'm going to click this little arrow to get out of the street view, and then I'm going to zoom out. And this is important. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to turn Street View off so that I can look around my country a little bit better. I really want to be able to see where the borders are so I can find another town. A lot of these are places I've never heard of, but let's look at this little place down here. Let's zoom into this little city and turn the Street View back on and just check out and see what it looks like here. So again, kind of boring, so I'm going to back out and look at these icons. Another thing I can do is click on these circles. Anytime you see a circle, that's like a street view where somebody just like set up a camera. So I'm going to click on this circle here and check this out. I don't know why they set that camera up, not that great. Let's go right here to the middle, there. And check this out. Oh, this is kind of cool. This looks like a commercial area, like a big square. So maybe I'll just do a street view of this right here. So again, I'm going to do my screenshot, and like this, and copy this, and I come over to my slide. And also notice that the shape of the slides, or the shape of the insets, is pretty landscape, so it's a good idea to take your captions or your pictures so they're more wide than they are tall, like that. So that one fits in there perfectly. And then I'm just going to add a description here. Interesting market square in Streetview. Good. Actually, this one should go here. That's where that goes. Like that. Good. So I'm going to do a similar thing for scenery and for random street view. And when I'm done with that, then I'll have looked at some really interesting places within my country, and I'll be finished with this section. Good luck.